She collapsed onto her knees, hands trembling as she tried to gather the shattered glass scattered across the kitchen tiles. Her thoughts weren't on the mess before her, but on the secrets pressing against her chest, secrets she believed would never see the light. Tears welled in her eyes, not for the glass, but for the weight she had been forced to carry in silence for weeks. What she didn't know was that she wasn't alone. Her husband stood at the doorway, unseen, having returned earlier than she expected. His steps were quiet, his eyes fixed on the sight before him. The woman he had trusted with his soul looked fragile, broken, and guilty, like the earth beneath her was straining to conceal the secret she guarded. He longed to approach her, to ask what burdened her so deeply, but something restrained him. Instead, he remained still, watching, collecting the pieces of a truth she would never willingly confess. Her phone buzzed on the counter, and she froze. Slowly, she reached for it, fingers shaking as the screen lit with a name. One he knew, one he had never trusted. His gaze narrowed. She quickly typed a reply, her lips moving with whispered words of regret, words faint but enough to cut him. At that moment, doubt became certainty. Betrayal was no longer suspicion. It was fact. The pain was sharp, piercing his chest like steel. He had given her everything, his loyalty, his devotion, the years of his life. Yet now, hidden in the shadows, he realized she had given her heart, and perhaps more, to another. His jaw tightened, but he remained silent. He wanted her to continue, to reveal herself through her own actions rather than hollow excuses. Later, she wiped her tears, unaware he was watching. She whispered softly, "I can't keep lying. He'll find out." The words crushed him, though he already knew. But instead of fury, something colder settled in his veins, a determination shaped by betrayal. She thought she could play with his heart. She was about to learn how dangerous such a game could be. That night, he said nothing. He kissed her forehead, acted as though nothing had changed, and let her believe her lies were still intact. She didn't realize her every step would now be measured, her every word weighed against the vows she had once spoken. Quietly, patiently, he began to plan. In the following days, he collected proof, messages, calls, hotel receipts, all carefully hidden away. Each piece of evidence burned inside him, but he kept control. He smiled at her, spoke with warmth, let her think he was blind. But beneath the calm, a storm gathered. Finally, the time came. On their wedding anniversary, he arranged a family dinner, inviting both sides. His wife was delighted, thinking it was a gesture of love. She dressed with care, not knowing the night would destroy the illusion she had built. He watched her laugh, serve dishes, and play the role of the perfect wife. When the table was full, he rose to his feet. "Tonight, I want to share something special," he announced. His wife smiled, expecting romance. But her smile vanished the instant he raised his phone and began to read aloud the words she had written to another man. Silence swept through the room. Her face drained of color, her legs gave out, and she sank to the floor, not because of broken glass this time, but because her carefully woven lies had shattered. Trembling, sobbing, she begged for forgiveness. Shame and fear consumed her, but he felt nothing. No pity, no love, no regret, only the satisfaction of exposing the truth. Her parents lowered their eyes, unable to face her. His family shook their heads in silent disgust. The man who once adored her now looked upon her as a stranger. Everything she had built was gone, destroyed by her own choices. He placed divorce papers on the table with a steady hand. "You chose him over me," he said coldly. "Now live with that choice." She reached out, crying, desperate to explain, but he stepped away. Her tricks, her charm, her tears, none of it could save her. Guests left one by one, leaving her alone on the floor, humiliated and broken. He walked away without turning back, the heavy weight of betrayal finally gone. His revenge was not in rage or violence, but in truth itself, a truth so searing it burned brighter than every lie she had spoken. She had fallen to her knees once, not knowing her husband was watching. Now she knew. He had watched. He had learned. And he had destroyed her using nothing but her own sins. As the door closed behind him, she realized the cruelest truth of all. Sometimes the quietest revenge cuts the deepest.